What's the name of the place you're in, Jack?
I say Ontario.
Are you still a little bit drunk, Jack?
No, people have taken it and it's not theirs.
Okay. And we can go into ourselves when we close our eyes. There's no external stimulation. We can just go into ourselves.
Charlotte G is another horse contact. My wife's big on horses, and Charlotte G is a professional horsewoman and looks after horses for people, and so that's how I got to know her. She's a friend and a lovely person.
So take a little time now and just get orientated. I want you to look down at your feet. Are you wearing anything on them?
Boots.
What do the boots look like?
They've got laces on them and they're brown.
How do they feel?
They've got fluff in them.
What colour's the fluff?
Green.
And I want you to just take a little time now to just move up your body, just taking in what you're wearing, and just take your time. Just take your time, you know everything, and you can describe to me what you have on.
I don't know really. Can't work it out.
Okay. What does it feel like?
Quite hard.
Okay. Nothing's right or wrong. You just subconsciously know.
There's not much movement in it.
And when you say it, what is it?
It's almost like it's not trousers, it's like weird. Like my legs are together. But
is it a skirt? Is it
it's all the way down.
It's not all the way down?
It's all the way down.
It's all the way down.
Can't work it out.
Okay. What have you got on your top half then?
It's almost like it's a snowsuit, I think.
Oh,
Kind of thing.
okay.
Maybe. Or a sleeping bag.
Are you standing or are you
Lying down.
You're lying down.
Or sitting up but with my legs in front of me.
Okay. What are you sitting on?
The floor.
Mm-hmm. What is the floor? What's the floor made of?
Dirt.
Dirt. Okay. And if you were to just lift your gaze up in front of you and to just look, just take in what you're looking at, what can you see?
Like a forest.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where this forest is?
Massive, it's huge. I don't know. It's cold, but it's not snowing.
Do you know the country?
I'm going to say it's very piney. I feel like it's Canada or North America.
Mm-hmm. What's your name? Why are you here? What are you doing?
Wandering.
Wandering. By choice?
Yeah.
So is it like a holiday?
More like a lifestyle.
And you don't know how old you are?
Not old. I'm an adult.
Mm-hmm. And your name is?
I don't know.
It's okay. So take in the view again, just look around you and tell me any other little details that you might have. Can you
I'm on
smell
my
anything?
own.
You're on your own, yeah. Can you smell anything?
Fine.
Mm-hmm. Can you hear anything?
Birds.
Can you recognise the birds? Do you know what type of birds?
No.
Are you wearing anything else? Can you feel anything else on you?
Feel warm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a hat.
Can you describe the hat to me?
Got ears. Thing flaps down my ears.
Can you tell what it's made of?
It's leather. Fluff inside it as well.
There wasn't a great amount of detail in the clothes that she was describing. However, she wasn't describing anything that was out of place. So when she described her hat with the ears, that would have been quite 1950s in Canada. And it was leather, so she wasn't sort of describing modern fibres or anything, so that would have tied in. She's saying fluff a lot, which I think she means being fur lined. I think her boots are fur lined. Her hat had fluff in it, was fur lined. You could probably interpret it as that, which would have been very indicative of that period and certainly where she is. And her sleeping bag, she doesn't say what fabric it is, but she's saying her feet are together. You know, the sleeping bags were sort of quite tight in that period from what I recall, because I've seen 1950s photographs, black and white photographs of people who have gone camping and their sleeping bags were sort of quite tight. So, you know, it could be tenuous, yes. Are we trying to make the round peg fit into the square hole? Of course, this is what's so interesting about this subject, but she's certainly not saying anything that's out of place.
What's
I think
your
I'm a man.
Your man?
I think so.
Okay. How old are you?
I think Charlotte was a little bit surprised to find that she was a man.
40-ish.
What are you doing here? Why are you there?
I'm going from one place to another. Maybe moving,
Mm-hmm.
travelling.
And what do you do for a living?
I think I'm looking for something. I'm looking for someone.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions now. And I want you to just accept whatever comes into your head. It doesn't matter what the question is, you know the answer. What's your name?
Amy, James, John, maybe.
What do people like to call you?
Jack,
How old are you, Jack?
41.
What's the name of the place you're in, Jack?
I say Ontario.
Where's that? What country is that in, Jack? And just to confirm, what year is it?
55.
Who's president?
No.
Are you interested in politics in this life?
No.
So what are you interested in? What do you like to do? That's
I get
okay.
lost then.
That's all right. So what do you find yourself doing here? on this cold wintry day in your big boots then, Jack? Where are you heading to? Where are you heading out to?
Okay.
It's okay. You feel quite safe out here.
Yeah, feel happy.
Is this a way of life that you enjoy?
Yeah.
Have you chosen this way of life?
Yeah.
She seemed to have a memory of a life of a male, and so that I think I find quite interesting, that if we are reincarnated, that maybe we can choose whether we're male or female. An interesting thing is that it's not unusual for women to appear to remember lives as males. But when we hypnotise males, it's very seldom, well, we've never yet come across anybody who's remembered being a woman. And that's quite interesting. Maybe it's male ego that they don't want to be seen as feminine. I just don't know.
Is it quite solitary, or do other people do it with you?
Solitary.
Do you have anyone in your life?
The dog.
What's your dog called?
Buckley.
And is Buckley with you now?
Yeah.
What type of dog is Buckley?
An Alsatian.
Is he a working dog, or is he just a friend?
Companion.
She didn't seem to be as deep as Louise, but you quite often get that you're seeing things through your mind's eye, your subconscious, but you're still very aware of who you are sitting in the chair. And sometimes that can be a bit of a mind mess. So people kind of laugh at themselves and feel a bit kind of, oh, am I actually saying this? But I am really seeing it. So I felt like she was seeing it, but she was probably more aware of what she was seeing.
And he travels with you?
Yeah.
Where do you like to travel to? Where have you been? Where have you come from?
A boat, but I don't know why.
Boat, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, your subconscious knows. If you think about it, what was that
running
though?
from something?
What are you running from?
No, it just feels like life almost.
Hmm?
I don't know.
So
Maybe England.
Mm-hmm.
English.
Where in England? Cornwall.
Cornwall.
Mm-hmm. So what made you go from Cornwall all the way to...
New life.
So if you want a new life in Canada, what was the old life like then?
Yeah. Job. Job that didn't work out.
What was that job?
Something on the boat.
You didn't like it?
Wasn't what it was supposed to be.
And so you just decided to go to Canada, or?
No, the job was on a crossing from England to America.
What was the name of the ship?
I can see a B, something beginning with B.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Balmoral in my head, but I don't know if that's just...
That's okay. Can you remember the shipping company?
No.
No problem. And so when was this? Is this recent, or have you been in Canada a while?
I've been travelling for a while. For a long time, travelling years.
So what was the year that you came out to Canada then?
Maybe 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe longer, I don't know.
Okay.
Times... I was not measuring the time.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. And is this life very different to your old life?
Yeah.
And how are you finding it?
Better, but maybe I left family behind, I think.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about that?
Worried.
What are you worried about?
Not getting back.
You want to get back?
Yes and no.
And when you say family, do you mean parents, or do you have a special someone, or
More like a community, I think I'm
community? Okay.
on to provide, but it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. What do you find yourself doing in Canada? What kind of work do you do?
Anything. Logs.
Okay.
Anything.
And is there a company that you work for?
Yeah, but all I've got in my head is rigging.
Okay. Do you have a name of a company? An establishment or anything?
Oh, it's cold now.
You're cold? Okay. And just for a few moments, just let those images fade. And I want you to use your subconscious now to move you forward in time. And as the images start to reform, tell me where you find yourself now.
The water or river. Everything's quite unsettled.
Unsettled? Why are you unsettled, Jack?
I'm not, but things are.
Mm-hmm. What's unsettled then?
I don't know if there's unrest in the world or in the place I'm in. People are fighting.
People are fighting. Where are you then?
I don't know. People are trying to kill each other.
Are you still
I
in
don't want
Canada?
any involvement in it.
Okay. Yeah. What year is it?
It's around the same time, I think. It's not
Mhm.
gone further forward, too much
Mhm.
further forward.
That's okay. Are you still in Canada then?
Yeah.
And are you still in the Ontario region, or have you moved somewhere else?
Still in the forest,
Okay.
in the area, but there's a lot more people.
Okay. And who are these people? Are they Canadian or are they something else?
I don't actually know what they're. I think they're Americans, Canadians.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got that rumbling and unrest.
Okay. What are they feeling rumbling and unrestful about?
I do know.
Just let it come. Your subconscious knows.
Money mostly. Power and money.
So what is it they're fighting over for power and money? Is it land
Land.
or... okay, land. What land are they fighting over?
Must be the log. The land. Who owns it? Who's selling it? No, some people don't want. People have taken it and it's not theirs.
Okay. Do you know any names of these people? No. Okay. And who owns the logs? Who owns that land that's been taken over?
Nobody owns it.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about all this?
Powerless to stop it.
Yeah. So what are you going to do about it? What are you doing?
I'm just trying to get away from this. You can't stop it happening.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel?
Terrible.
So what are you planning on doing? Are you staying? Or?
No.
Okay. Where are you heading off to now then, Jack?
It's hard to get anywhere because you're working for no nothing, no money, so they've got you.
Hmm. Okay. Just to remind me again, what year is it?
55 was when.
Okay. 55. Just let those images fade again for me. Just let them gently fade away. And as they fade away, I just want you to move forward in time to another significant event in the life of Jack. And as you go forward to that significant event now, just let me know where you are and what you find yourself doing as the images just reform.
My arms are cold.
Okay.
We moved higher, moved further up the country.
Mm-hmm. Where have you moved to then?
It's somewhere it's not getting dark, but it's very cold.
Okay. So it stays lighter longer in this place, does it?
Yeah.
You know what it's called?
No.
What made you go up there?
Just keep moving from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
Work, maybe.
What year is it?
Oh, no. I feel like it doesn't matter.
Okay. Doesn't matter to you.
No.
And so, how old are you now?
I think I'm 60.
60. Are you feeling the cold in your bones now, Jack?
Yeah.
Are you feeling the cold in your bones because you're getting older?
My head's cold.
Your head's cold. So you haven't got your hat on anymore, Jack?
I don't think so.
What are you wearing then?
Gloves on.
Mm-hmm. Are you properly dressed for this cold weather?
No.
So what made you decide to go out in the cold not properly dressed?
Went for a walk.
Okay.
I went to the toilet, went for an outdoor wee.
Ah, you went for an in the outdoor toilet?
I don't even think I went down the toilet.
Ah. So where are you staying then?
I feel like I've been in a bar and I've been really drunk.
Ah, okay, Jack, you've been drunk. What have you been up to then?
Just drinking the night away.
Ah, with whom? On your own or?
Oh, it feels like maybe Navy.
Navy? What, are you in the Navy,
Maybe
Jack?
I'm too old to be in the Navy at 60, surely.
Or maybe your mates are in the Navy. Who were you with?
Those men, very drunk, all been thrown out
Thrown out of where?
of where we were drinking.
What was the name of the place you were drinking?
I don't even know. Monty's.
Monty's.
It's so random.
You still a little bit drunk, Jack?
No.
What's your tipple? What do you like drinking, Jack?
Brandy.
Brandy. Keep you warm?
Yep.
She seemed quite intoxicated when she was in the bar as well. That was quite funny. The way she was talking, it was almost like she was still a bit hungover or still had a bit of booze in her. So people take on what they're feeling and seeing in their mind's eye. It's quite interesting.
And what do your mates like drinking?
Anything.
And they're your mates because you work with them, or?
Because they get drunk.
Ah. So you like to have a bit of a drink?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, like, how do you find yourself at Monty's then? Do you live around there now?
Not permanently.
Mm-hmm. And what are you doing for work now?
Still boats and ships and stuff.
Okay. But you were logging before, so have you changed now? What are you doing now?
I feel like there's always been a Navy thing in... The whole thing's been to do with the Navy.
Okay.
Maybe there was a gap between service or something.
Okay. So I'm just going to ask you some questions now, and you're just going to know the answers. You don't need to worry about thinking about it. It's just going to come to you. Just allow the answers to come, okay?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you got a surname?
No.
Do you not want people to know your surname?
No, I think he's changed my name.
Ah. Who's changed your name?
I think I've changed my name.
Ah. Are you okay to tell me your real name? I won't tell anyone.
I think my name is Jack. But I don't know what my surname is.
Okay. Did you change it so that no one knew it?
No, it was a bad name.
Okay. So, what's the new name that you've chosen that's a good name then?
What I've got in my head is Jack and Ori tell me a story.
Okay. And how old are you, Jack?
60 something.
Okay. What's the name of the place you're in?
I don't know.
What country is it again?
Canada.
Canada. It's definitely Canada.
Yeah.
But further up north in Canada.
Yeah.
So what are you near? What's the biggest town?
Still think I'm in Ontario.
Okay. Well, I guess it's probably quite big, isn't it? And just to confirm, what year is it?
No.
Okay. Who's king or queen or prime minister or who rules Canada? Is there a king of Canada? Well, what do you know about Canada?
It's very cold.
Who's the
I
boss
still
of
think
Canada?
I'm English though.
You're English.
Yeah.
So who was king or queen when you left England then?
Must be the same queen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, not now, obviously.
Okay, just let those images fade now. And I want you to move forward quite a significant amount of time. You're shaking your head. Do you not want to move forward?
No, just thinking about who's running the country, and I can't think who it is.
That's okay.
Maybe I don't care.
Maybe you don't care, exactly. We don't all care about politics, do we, Jack? And as you let those images re-emerge, just tell me what you're seeing and feeling.
Oh, still cold.
You're always cold, Jack.
When Charlotte was talking about being in Canada, she mentioned that it was really cold, and it was quite interesting that she was actually shivering while she was being recorded. She was physically in the zone.
Maybe I run the bar.
No, you run the bar.
It's definitely a Navy bar. Navy lads in there all the time.
What's the name of the bar?
Monty comes to me.
Okay. What year is it now then?
Late 60s.
How old are you now then?
Maybe I feel older than I am.
Because you're always cold, isn't it?
Drink too much.
So you're the boss of this bar, are you?
I think I own the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm the boss though.
And do you run it on your own, or do you have family or friends, or?
I have a girl that works there who isn't it's not my wife or my girlfriend.
Okay.
He runs it.
I think she came across as quite intoxicated in the places where she was talking about being in the Navy bar. I don't think Charlotte G has any connections to Canada, so it was interesting. I think she was struggling to pronounce Ontario as well, and that's interesting because would you have a sort of interest in the places that you were living in past lives? Is that connection completely cut off? I don't know. It's interesting.
Do you have a wife or a girlfriend?
No.
Okay. You said that quite adamantly, so do you not want a wife or a girlfriend?
I think I had a wife.
Mm-hmm. When was that? Was that in Canada or back in England? Okay. How come your wife didn't come out to Canada with you?
Cold.
Did she choose not
I think
to
we
come?
must have broken up.
Okay. What was her name?
Claire.
So did you choose not to come out to Canada with Claire? Was that your choice or hers?
I left, she didn't come.
Mm-hmm. So how long have you had this bar now?
Not a long time, but a few years.
And who comes to the bar mostly? What kind of clientele is it normally?
It's quite rowdy.
Mm-hmm. Bit of a bloke's bar then, is it?
Music as well.
Okay, what sort of music do you play then?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Who's your favourite?
The song called Go Jimmy Go Go.
Okay.
One of the things that was quite strong was that she's saying 55, and we sort of established that it was 1955, we think. And then she sort of moves on and moves up further north to Ontario. And the way she's talking, it's as if she's sort of going really from about 1955 through to the 60s when she's talking. And at one point in the bar, she's talking about Johnny B. Good. And that would have been of that period, and that would have been quite a trendy song at that time. I think we worked out that it came out in 1958. So if she's talking that she's been there sort of 5 or 6 years, it would still be quite a new song, so quite trendy in a bar. So we quite liked that. We thought there was kind of maybe a tie in there.
It's not the right year though, is it?
Doesn't matter. That's the song that you like.
I feel like there's lots of people dancing.
What does the bar look like? Describe the bar to me.
It's a fun place to be. Lots of dancing, lots of drinking.
Which part of Canada is it in again?
I don't know. I keep wanting to say Ontario, but I don't.
Okay. Ontario's quite big though. Is there a sort of suburb of Ontario? Or?
No, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. You happy in this life?
Yeah.
What other things have gone on in your life since you've come to Canada? What else has happened to you on your journey?
Lots of hiking. Lots of hiking and I think trying to find somewhere that feels like home.
So you said to me before that you like to travel around quite a lot, sort of never sort of really sat still.
Yeah.
So are you going to stay here then?
Yeah.
So is this for good now, Jack?
Yeah.
So you see yourself growing old and dying here then?
Yeah.
So you said to me before that you were thinking about going back home. You were worried about family back home. So that doesn't bother you anymore?
It doesn't seem to be in my head, no.
Okay. What was the turning point? What made you decide to stay?
I think finding the place where I'm settled.
Mm-hmm.
Friends. Good friend, really good friend.
And so you just
Right, I feel safe.
You feel safe, okay.
Mm.
Safe seems to be very important to you. Did you not feel safe before then?
Not unsafe, but not settled.
Mm. And now you feel settled, yeah?
Mm.
How old are you again?
Something. I feel old but young.
Mm-hmm. Let those images fade now for me. Surface as they reform. Just tell me what you're thinking and feeling. What are you up to? What are you doing?
Got a real old sheepdog. All I can see really. Got a real old sheepdog. And a little house. Very peaceful.
Where's the house?
In the same place.
Mm.
But quiet. Not in the town.
What's your sheepdog called?
Bud. He stinks.
Have you had him long then? Have you had him from a puppy?
Yeah.
Where did you get him?
He was a useless farm dog.
So are there farms around
He
you?
was left, yeah.
Ah.
Cattle.
What are you doing? What are you doing on this day? How old are you?
Very old.
What's very old?
Late 70s.
You still running the
My
bar?
hands don't work very well. I don't run it. I still own it. I sit at the end of the bar with the dog all night.
Is there anyone else in your life?
And the friends from the bar, all Navy.
And were you in the Navy once?
Yeah,
Okay. What were you in the Navy? What did you do?
did what I told.
Okay.
Dog stinks.
And the Navy that you were in, was it sort of Royal Navy or was it Merchant Navy?
I think it's Merchant Navy, you know.
Okay. And the guys at the bar, are they all sorts or are they mostly merchant?
Merchant. They're not very nice people. Nice people, but not very scoundrels.
I noticed her mannerisms being quite masculine. She shivered when it was cold. She was kind of sitting almost quite masculinely. At one point, she put her foot up. She was fidgeting. She was sort of taking on the energy of the person that she was, I feel. And when she said the dog stinks, you know, you could really see that she smelt it. It's like, oh, the dog stinks. So the olfactory senses were really working, which can work quite a lot in hypnosis. People do get smells quite a lot.
Okay. Where do they all come from?
They're all British.
Okay.
Some Canadians, but not many.
And how do you feel about your life?
Content.
Okay.
Still cold there.
Still calm. Okay. Just going to ask you a few questions, if that's all right. Just a few little questions. And just accept whatever comes into your head. No need to question or worry about what the answers are. So, just to confirm, your name's Jack?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you, Jack?
78.
78. What year is it?
I don't know.
What year does it feel like?
70 something.
And what significant things are going on in the world? Do you know much about the outside world?
People are fighting somewhere, but that's normal.
What is it? Some sort of war or something?
Yeah.
What do you know what the war is?
Stupid.
Okay.
At one stage, Charlotte G referred to unrest in Canada, and I believe that she said that she liked to stop out of it. So we did some searching on the internet to see whether there was any unrest or problems in Canada at that time, and it does appear that there was some uprising, some unhappiness in Canada at the time, and they were referred to in Canada as unrest. That seems to be the expression used at the time to describe the problems. So I thought that was quite interesting that the word she used was the words that the internet describes to describe the problems that they were having.
Okay. Anything else going on in the world that you know about?
No.
You're just happy with your lot, are you?
Yeah, don't try not to get involved.
Okay. What's your bar called?
Monteith.
Which part of Ontario is it in?
I don't know if Ontario's even near the coast, is it?
No idea. Okay.
I loved Charlotte's session because she really came across like a man.
Charlotte was remembered alive as an Englishman from, I believe, Cornwall, and she was basically traveling around Canada, and it was very believable. She seemed to genuinely feel the cold of Canada. Her description of the clothes that she was wearing, she kept on saying that they were lined with fluff, which we took to be that they were lined with fur, which I'm sure everything in Canada would be lined with fur to try and keep you warm. I particularly loved the fact that she always had a dog with her as a companion, and there was Buckley, I believe, the Alsatian, which was interesting. But in her latter years, she had a dog called Bud, and it was lovely how she referred to Bud and how he absolutely stank. She obviously loved him, but he really smelled awful, and that was really interesting.
We would like to know if anyone knows someone of this name who moved out to Canada, maybe left a wife called Claire, had a dog called Buckley and another dog called Bud or whatever it was, and who maybe worked in a bar. Does anybody ever remember a bar called Monty's? Has your grandfather ever talked about a bar like that? It would be just really interesting if anyone has got anything of a story on this, because we'd like to look deeper into it.
So I just want you to let those images fade now. And as you sit and rest here, I want you to reflect on that experience of you as Jack, that experience that you had in that life, and allow just a few words of wisdom to spring into your thoughts. Just think about, what lessons have you learned from being Jack?
Enjoy yourself. You're never going to change what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wash the dog.
Despite this being a fairly recent life in the 1950s, there was a surprising lack of information that we could follow up and verify. It was a very interesting story, and I find it easy to believe that's a genuine memory of a life.
8, you can open your eyes. 9, 10, mind and body fully refreshed and returned to normal, wide awake. Every part of you back here with me in the present. All natural feelings return to you.
That's
every
weird.
part of you, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake. Can I just say that was awesome? Sorry.
Mate, I feel drunk.
Ah, that was so good.
That was brilliant.
That man. Sorry.
No, I swear like a tree punch.
I still can smell dog.
So how do you feel about it?
Happened. Is Ontario near the coast?
There's like
Doing a bit of
a gulf,
research.
so you've got like a basin, as it were, where the sea comes into.
Right.
So it is actually quite close to the coast.
Okay.
But you were probably closer to
The thing in the logging thing that was really, it was like, you know, in like the Indians, when they colonized America, and then they were taking over all that, the indigenous people. It was almost like that. They were taking land that wasn't theirs, and they were killing people that were in the way. But I couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
It sounded so bad because I was involved with it.
Yeah. That's quite a classic thing, to not be able to express everything that you're seeing. That's very
And then when
classic.
you are like, who's president? I was like, I don't know, just don't care because this is up
Yeah.
kind of thing. But also, I was sent here to earn some money. And
Yeah.
I can't even send the money back because I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's amazing how your facial expression.
I was freezing.
Yeah.
Now I'm really hot.
Yeah. You
You were
And you go,
Yeah. And didn't her mannerisms become really masculine?
yeah.
Yeah, really masculine.
Dog stinks.
Could you really do it? Like, could you? Just...
Yeah, but I loved the dog, and it was like it was almost like we relished to have a baddie smell.
You sounded so blokey. And
My first dog was called Jack as well, which is what when I said it, I thought, nah.
Yeah. Rock and roll. Go Jimmy, go go go. I know that song. We need to look at what date that was made.
Go. Do you know what? I listened to that song a lot.
Ah, that's true. Yeah.
Although you weren't
That mind you, that song's not in Back to the Future.
When I was cold, I was like, oh, it's cold in here. I'm really hot now. Are you cold in here?
We do need to have a throw though. Sorry?
I thought the song was Johnny Be Good.
Johnny Be
No,
Good.
that's a different song. Go Jimmy, go go go. I do know that song. I should know that because I used to be a rockabilly, but I can't remember. Yeah.
88.
Okay, so that it would just about fit in then,
It was 41 and 55.
But so I was doing the math, but then I was like, I don't even know how old I am. I could have been, like, it was like, he's like, oh, I don't even know how old I am.
Timings aren't always perfect because when you're in your subconscious mind doesn't always work with timing, so sometimes years can be slightly out.
Also, my conscious mind was trying to add up, and I was thinking, this isn't right.
That's it, because when your conscious mind comes in, it doesn't add up. But if you just go with the flow, it can be approximately. So
it was interesting how you found it funny that you were a man as well.
Yeah, you got a little smirk on your face, like you just discovered your number.
And I was drunk, like I was drunk all the time, like just drunk.
And you were kind of acting a bit laddish, like that, like the way you were talking.
Yeah, even though you were slightly gurning, was very much like you know when you hear the like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
Cold.
Yeah.
I was freezing.
Do you know what we need to do? Because there might have been an element of you being cold in hypnosis as well, but just because you happen to be in a cold country, it doubled it.
Yeah.
So I think we need to have a throw on people.
Yeah. Okay. We'll bring you on.
Yeah. Because I think perhaps
I'm not quite tired as well.
Yes, you're very, very. So a lot of the things that you're doing were very, very classic. Your mannerisms and your breathing. And the way that you were feeling the cold and things like that. So I think perhaps you were feeling cold, but because you just happened to be in Canada, it made it worse.
So random.
Yeah.
You might find it belongs to that life.
Well, it feels like you're making it up.
Is it?
A bit, yeah. It feels like you're making it up.
Because sometimes you come out with things, don't you? You just go,
well, the Monty
where
as well.
am
And
I
I was
getting
thinking,
this?
my first, and I had a hamster called Monty as well.
Yeah.
And I think, why would I call my hamster Monty?
Exactly.
My granddad was called Jack. So then I thought maybe I'm calling my dog after Jack, my granddad, who's actually John. And then I think Jay's coming in my head. Jay, Jim, Job. And then Jack came out and I thought, nah, it's bullshit because it's my dog's name.
When you were saying 55, the year is 55, I had a quick just glance at internet search. And it said between 1815 and 1855 or 1879 was the highest rate of English immigrants being
But it can't have been 1800s because of the rock and roll.
No, it was 1955. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah.
It had to be 1950.
And also that ties in with the the boots that you were wearing and the hat. Those hats with the flats were very in the 50s.
Yeah.
They were quite trendy.
Yeah, I saw 55.
Yeah.
But then that could have been my age, couldn't it?
Well, that's the way you sang the song, by the way.
Yeah, you sang the song, and also
I just remember I was dancing.
Yeah. And even when you looked at the number above the door, you kind of said it in a blokey way. Like most people would go, oh, it's 1955. And you went, it's 55. You know, it's like, oh, it's 55. It's like the way you were looking at it. We need to get you into a jumper or something. 'Cause